Today we are talking about the grand debate between Alberta and Saskatchewan. Which province reigns as the best place to call home? It's the Battle of the Prairies, comparing everything from the Rocky Mountain border and the vibrant city life to the serene beauty and community spirit. Whether you're drawn to the dynamic economy and stunning landscapes or rich agricultural heritage and promising growth opportunities, this video promises insights that could sway your decision. So if you're contemplating where to plant your roots in this vast Canadian landscape, stay tuned. And if you are thinking of a move to the Canadian prairies, send me an email. My info is in the description below. Alberta's population is 4.37 million people, largely because of its oil industry. Saskatchewan's population is only 1.17 million people. Calgary is 1.3 million, meaning that city itself has a population of more than the entire province of Saskatchewan. However, Saskatchewan may be small in population, but we pack a huge punch. There are massive untapped natural resource opportunities here in Saskatchewan, and we are offered at an absolute bargain when you compare what we have to the rest of Canada. In Alberta, the bigger cities include Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, Lethbridge, Airdrie, Fort McMurray, Medicine Hat, and Grande Prairie. Saskatchewan's bigger cities include Saskatoon, Regina, Prince Albert, Moose Jaw, Warman, Swift Current, Yorkton, and North Battleford. Alberta's political climate originally started with the United Farmers of Alberta, and over the years, Alberta was largely a right-wing province most of the time, where as of now today, Alberta has swung the other way to more of a left-wing led province. Saskatchewan, on the other hand, originally started with a very strong left-wing led government with the Saskatchewan Cooperative Commonwealth Federation, which then became the NDP, until in recent years, the Saskatchewan Party, which is more of a right-wing government, is largely leading the province today and in recent years. We are in the prairies, so let's talk for a minute about farming. Alberta's farming has a very strong livestock component to how they do their operations. They do offer a wide variety of crops as well, including canola, barley, wheat, and specialty crops like peas and honey. But because of the landscape, you will see a lot of mixed-use farms that offer livestock and grain farming. In the southern part of Alberta, you will see a lot of irrigated farmlands, which will offer specialty crops that include sugar beets, corn, vegetable crops, which are less common in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan farming is very strong in terms of grain and oilseed, with the dominance in farming. We are known here in Saskatchewan as the breadbasket of Canada. We have a strong focus on cereal crops, oil seeds, and pulses. We are the country's leading producer in spring wheat, canola, flaxseed, oats, and we are the global leader in terms of lentil and pea production. Much of Saskatchewan's crop production relies on dry land farming techniques with less dependence on irrigated compared to Alberta, which is one of the reasons why we are the nucleus in Saskatchewan prairies for the entire country in terms of farming. Yes, the residential property in Saskatchewan is a little bit more affordable, but the farmland that we have offered here in this province is a lot more cost effective and a lot more productive than most other areas in the country and even in the continent, I would argue, albeit we do have larger winters, so a smaller growing season. However, we have some of the richest farmlands in the entire continent. While Saskatchewan does have some livestock farms as compared to Alberta, it is much lesser significant portion of what we do here in Saskatchewan. Alberta is often celebrated for the stunning natural beauty because the Rocky Mountains is literally the west border of the entire province of Alberta. Now, I grew up in British Columbia and I used to make fun of that because you are still in the prairies, not in the mountains, but I will say say, now that I live in Saskatchewan, it sure is nice to be close to the mountains if you live in Alberta. Edmonton is the capital city of Alberta, and it is known as Canada's Festival City. It has a year-round lineup of festivals, and it is home to the largest mall in all of North America at the West Edmonton Mall. There you can see a wide variety of entertainment as well as unique shopping. Calgary, which is famous for the Calgary Stampede and the annual Rodeo Exhibition Festival held every single July. It's a city that embodies modern Canada while staying true to its Western heritage. It's the only place in Canada where you will see urban development in big city living where everybody thinks they're a cowboy. And of course, don't forget the sports scene here in Saskatchewan as compared to Alberta. Now, we might not have a sports team that is relevant in any regard, but the fans of the Saskatchewan Roughriders are absolutely amazing. You might find yourself attending a Calgary Flames hockey game or an Edmonton Oilers hockey game, and every single game will have a section of the audience which is totally patched with Rough Rider green. Yes, it's a football team, but it is a part of our culture and it is a part of our heart. Matter of fact, you will go to almost any airport anywhere in the world and you will find Saskatchewan people wearing their Rough Rider jersey to make sure that just in case there is another person anywhere somewhere in the world, they want to be able to see that other person from Saskatchewan. So no matter what, if I'm on the other side of the world, I will find another person from Saskatchewan. And I arguingly say this, that I grew up in British Columbia, and of course we have the Vancouver Canucks. But because I lived closer to Calgary, but I was still in BC, and I don't really follow hockey all that closely, although as you know, Canada is largely known for its ice hockey. I would jokingly say that I'm just cheering for whoever's playing the Flames. Now, I jokingly say this, of course, anyways, but honestly, I just cheer for whichever Canadian franchise finally does make it to the playoffs, but these days it's all European players on the Canadian hockey teams, and all the Canadian players go to play for the American teams because they can afford to pay more money. So what do? Cheer for your local team, even though all of your local players are south of the border. Saskatchewan is known as Land of the Living Skies, and you will see some of the most beautiful sunrises, sunsets, northern lights displays, and of course, stargazing opportunities. Regina is the capital city of Saskatchewan, and it has a rich cultural history because of the art and culture there, and you will also see green spaces and urban parks. Saskatchewan is known for the Royal Saskatchewan Museum and the RCMP Heritage Centre, showcasing the province's natural history and the iconic mounted police. Saskatoon is often referred to as Paris of the Prairies. Not sure why we don't have an Eiffel Tower and we aren't that old of a city, but I'll take it. We do, however, have a vibrant culinary scene and a beautiful Meewasin Trail all the way down the center of the city, which creates very unique, picturesque views as you drive through and about the city. There is a strong sense of community and numerous festivals and events in Saskatoon throughout the year. Cost of living in Alberta versus Saskatchewan. Now, Alberta does have arguably a higher income potential because of the oil industry overall. However, that is only one sector of the economy, and what you will notice as a result of Alberta over its history is the large volatility because of how it follows very closely to the oil industry. Saskatchewan has a more diverse array of opportunities in different sectors, including, of course, agriculture, but yet also potash and uranium mining. In terms of housing, the average house price in Calgary right now is said to be close to $560,000. The average home price in Edmonton is around $407,000. In Regina, it is only $303,000, and in Saskatoon, somewhere around $372,000. What I see as a very unique and interesting trend as of what's happening in today's market is that we see a lot of interprovincial migration of people people since the pandemic that have been priced out of some of these other major Canadian markets. And with interest rates on the rise, affordability is becoming more and more challenging. So you are seeing a large slew of people move to Calgary because it's so picturesque and because it's so close to the mountains. However, now I call it the British Columbia effect, which has now swallowed into Calgary, which I believe creates a very cool, unique opportunity for cities like Edmonton, Saskatoon, and Regina, which I feel are just on the brink of that wave as the next step for a lot of people that are looking for a very similar scenario. And not only people within Canada that are moving, but people that are new to Canada that are moving to the area looking for areas of opportunity with large job opportunities and a lower cost of living. It is notable as well that Alberta has no provincial sales tax, which leads to significant savings in a wide range of purchases, including vehicles, furniture, and other services. Now, what is there to do in Alberta? Of course, we have Banff National Park, which is honestly one of the biggest sights to see in all of Canada. It has absolutely stunning mountain views, crystal clear lakes, and abundant wildlife everywhere you go there. Lake Louise, which you can find there, has turquoise waters and is set against the backdrop of Victoria Glacier and Moraine Lake, located in the valley of the 10 Peaks, which are particularly breathtaking. If you like to ski, snowboard, hike, or just take photos, it's one of the best places to visit in all of Canada. Jasper National Park, which is north of Banff National Park, is larger and less crowded than Banff, so if you're looking for a more rugged natural beauty with more tranquil atmosphere, this is the place that you want to visit. The Columbia Icefield, Athabasca Glacier, and Skywalk offer an awe-inspiring view of the ancient ice and the open sky. Waterton Lakes National Park is one of another offerings in Alberta that is an absolutely beautiful place to visit, which is located right close to the Alberta border and the USA border. This park is known for its wildflowers, wildlife, and stunning Waterton Lake. The Prince of Wales Hotel, which is perched on a bluff overlooking the lake, provides picturesque and historical focal point. Drumheller and the Badlands. Don't forget about the place where you can find the Dinosaur Museum, which is what it is most known for. But when you visit, you will see the Hoodoos, towering pillars of rock, which are especially photogenic at sunrise and sunset. Saskatchewan. Now, yes, the bald, flat prairie does have a little bit more to it than simply falling asleep at the wheel at cruise control. It is largely underrated when you start to look outward in terms of what Saskatchewan has to offer in terms of its beauty. Although I will say the large open sky and sun does tend to grow on you as you spend time here. There are a number of very unique places to visit that will surprise you. Prince Albert National Park, which is north central in Saskatchewan's province, you will see the diversity that Saskatchewan has to offer. This park has dense forests, rolling hills, and pristine lakes. The park is home to a wide array of wildlife, including the free-roaming bison near Narrows Peninsula. Waskesiu Lake, which is located inside the park, is one of the most popular lakes in all of Saskatchewan and is a great place to go boating or fishing. Matter of fact, Saskatchewan is known for its hunting and fishing in terms of the northern lakes that we have here in this province, which is actually a world-renowned spot for people to stop in order for both hunting and fishing. Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park. Now, this is actually a park that is shared on the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan. And you will see here lush forests, rolling hills, and clear night skies that make this a haven for nature lovers. The park's highest point provides a panoramic view that are simply unmatched anywhere else in the province of Saskatchewan. Castle Butte, which is located in big, muddy Badlands in southern Saskatchewan, is home to a great big mountain almost that was formed by glaciers over the history and is a very cool iconic point of reference in our beautiful province. Qu'Appelle Valley, which stretches across the southern part of the province, is renowned for its vibrant colors, especially in the fall when the valley is awash in the hues of orange, red, and yellow. The valley's rivers, lakes, and rolling hills offer spectacular views and a peaceful retreat in the prairies. If you drive across Highway number 1 through Regina, you will find it very close to that highway. Both Saskatchewan and Alberta are characterized by their multicultural populations with communities from all over the world. Alberta's cities, Calgary and Edmonton, are known for their inclusive and welcoming natures, hosting numerous cultural and international communities. Saskatchewan, with its smaller population, prides itself on a close-knit community that is very welcoming to newcomers. If you're looking at the education quality in Alberta versus Saskatchewan, Alberta, you have the University of Alberta in Edmonton. Of course, you also have the University of Calgary, which is obviously in Calgary. And then you have the University of Saskatchewan that's located in Saskatoon, and then the University of Regina that is located in Regina. You also have SAIT, the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology, and NAIT, the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology, which provide more trades-related and more career-oriented programs, whereas the Saskatchewan Polytechnic is Saskatchewan's version of a very similar educational offering. The healthcare in Alberta is administered by the Alberta Health Services, and Alberta is known for its advanced medical facilities, including Alberta's Children's Hospital in Calgary, the University of Alberta Hospital in Edmonton, which is one of Canada's leading research facilities. Saskatchewan's healthcare system has a reputation for innovation. Matter of fact, it was the birthplace of Medicare in Canada. The province is served by the Saskatchewan Health Authority, and the province is noted for its telehealth services, which essentially allows remote areas to access expertise and medical specialists through their mobile device. Both Saskatchewan and Alberta obviously have all 4 seasons. Now granted, yes, Calgary is known for its Chinooks, which provide a much more warm winter because every so often they'll get a bit of a heat surge and things will melt a little bit, which is one of the reasons why Calgary, I believe, has become more of a hotspot than those other 3 cities. However, Edmonton winter is almost just as bad as Saskatchewan winter overall. And of course, Regina is a little bit warmer than Saskatoon, but overall in Saskatchewan we find that it is a dry cold, and of course we have those cold winters, but we also have very warm summers. Now, whether you're looking for a vibrant city life, economic opportunities, natural beauty and outdoor adventures, affordable cost of living, strong community ties, or quiet spacious living, drop me an email. My info's in the description below if you're thinking of a move to the Canadian prairies. Otherwise, thanks for being here today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on this video next. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.